Good morning. This morning I'm going to discuss ways to make memorable experiences for your clients. Oh, got to learn how to do, there you go. Some of you may know me, but some that you don't. I'm Richard Terry. My company is Accolade Kitchen and Bath. And I wanted to ask you, before I start, how many people have had remodeling projects done in their home? Can I show of hands? Okay, of those that have, were they good experiences? Bad experiences?
Kind of.
How about memorable experiences? Okay, would anybody like to share something maybe?
Thanks. I used a company called Tom Madden and Associates. They had somebody there every day. They completed the work on time. It was perfect. They cleaned up after themselves. I've never seen a crew be this technically correct and neat, and just, it was tremendous. It was unbelievable.
Good.
I had a great experience. We have about 15 large oak trees in our facility, and the branches were dying. I ended up where I got a couple of bids from people here in the area. Ended up running across somebody called Woodpecker, and they came out. Their pricing was about a third of what everybody else said they were going to do. They were there on time, cleaned everything up. I mean, there was not a twig left in the place, and I had referred them to about 7 or 8 different people. They're just fantastic people.
Great. Mary?
I had a really bad experience. Want to hear that one?
Sure.
This was, we put a retaining wall in our front yard. It was replacing railroad ties. And we found out a year later that the contractor had ignored the emails and phone calls from the city of Kirkwood, and our permit still wasn't closed. Because we had steps put in too, where they had taken out some railroad tie steps and put steps in. Well, there was more steps, so now they needed a handrail. And he refused to put in it was now against code, and so he didn't want to come back and do that part of the work, so he just left the permit open. So I had to hire someone else to put in the handrail and get the permit closed. I won't tell you who they are publicly, but I will tell you who they are privately.
Okay, well, it just goes to show you that there's a lot of experiences that you can have, and I'm going to tell you, our industry sucks. The remodeling industry is probably one of the worst for the Better Business Bureau, so I'm going to explain to you how I have memorable experience with my clients. So I create memorable experiences, whether it's a kitchen, a bathroom, or a closet. So how do I do that? I have a process checklist. It's very detailed. And it starts from the initial phone call, from the referral, and it goes all the way through to the final check and finishing of the project. Like I said, it's very detailed. It has a lot of, I also have one for kitchens. I have one for bathrooms. I also have one for closets. So that keeps me focused and being consistent with my process. So I do 3 things that keep me on time and memorable experiences for my clients. I'm always on site, always serve, and always appreciate. So let's go a little deeper into what that means. Always on site. I have multiple meetings with my clients, sometimes weekly, sometimes daily. Just they have questions, keep them up to speed on where we are, what's happening, and maybe have to get some answers from them, like, you know, where you want your towel bar mounted to, where you want your toilet paper holder mounted. You know, some people say I want it 3 inches off my knee or whatever, you know. Everybody's different, so I do that. I am on the job every day, sometimes twice a day, and I meet with my subcontractors to work with them, and sometimes I'm a gopher. If they need minor materials or whatever, I'll go Home Depot or whatever and bring something back so they can complete what they have set out for that day. I meet deliveries, whether it's the Baron Mirror and Glass guy putting in the shower enclosure, or whether it's the 18-wheeler with 50 boxes of cabinetry. It does two things. I check everything off to make sure it's there so we don't have any discrepancies that'll hold up the job, and also to make sure everything we ordered is there. I can't tell you how many companies say, hey, guess what? Your cabinets are coming Friday. I'll see you Monday. I don't work like that, and I don't know how people stay in business that do. Number two, always serve. People ask me, do I have a showroom? I say no, but I have something better. I have 50 showrooms. Which one do you want to go see? And it may be a kitchen or a bathroom or a closet, and the prospective client will be able to see our work, and what better enticement than to have my past client tell them how good we did and show them the work that we've done. Concierge shopping service. I love to take my clients shopping. We'll go to the plumbing wholesaler, we'll pick out fixtures, we'll pick out toilets, we'll pick out sinks, we'll pick out faucets. We'll go to the slab shop and pick out slabs for their countertops. We'll go to the tile shop together. We'll pick out tiles for backsplash or for flooring materials. This also gives me more bonding time with my clients to get to know them better and to have them to get to know me better. And also trusted vendors. I don't always get the cheapest vendors. I don't get the most expensive, but I get the ones that are going to stand behind me. Perfect example, our countertop people. They used the wrong template for the sink, and there was too much stainless steel showing in the undermount sink. The client was unhappy. They came in, ripped out the whole countertop, and reinstalled it the way it should be. Those are the kind of vendors that I have, and they're worth the money, the extra money. Always appreciate. I use send out cards. I don't know if you all know that, but it's a great company. It's an online deal that actually sends a snail mail card, and you can use templates and bodies of letters, just change a few things to make it more personal. But I use that in the beginning of the first meeting and say thank you for the opportunity to come to your home and talk to you about your project. If we sign a contract, I'll send another one that'll say thank you for the opportunity, looking forward to working with you during this project. And then at the end, I'll take before and after pictures and send them a thank you card for thanking them for letting us perform the project. Celebrations. We've only done this in kitchens, but neighbors are nosy. We always invite the neighbors in, and this is if the homeowner is okay with this, and we'll bring in the past, I've had a videographer come in and videotape things. This is before I knew Ted, and they'll videotape the homeowner, so I'll get something to put on my website. I take an individual picture of everybody that showed up and send a thank you card through send out cards with their picture on it, thanking them for attending and thanking them to helping Mr. and Mrs. Jones celebrate the kitchen completion. Haven't figured a way to do it out of bathrooms and closets, so maybe we can say we're coming out of the closet into the bathroom or coming out of the bathroom to the closet, but someday. Anyway, project anniversaries. Again, with send out cards. After the first year, I'll send a card that said, you know, a year has gone by. Hope you're still enjoying the kitchen and bathroom that we made for you. Is there anything we can do to make the experience better? And then an anniversary afterwards. It's always, you know, another year's gone by. Hope you're still enjoying your kitchen or bathroom that we made for you. So now you've heard my process. So amongst your tables, do you want to talk about a couple minutes and see what kind of ideas that you can come up, and maybe I can learn something from you as well. Memorable experiences. What can you do to have better client memorable experiences? There you go. All right. Does anybody have any wonderful ideas that might be able to help everybody here? Nobody? You know, all that talking and nothing got accomplished? Bill? We got a mic?
So I absolutely abhor people who sell programs. easy, quick solutions, just do it this way, this way, this way, and this way, because my experience has been that they generally fail. And so I'm all about customizing an interview with people to clearly understand what it is that they're trying to get done, what does good look like, and to try to meet them where they are. I'm not trying to get them to do it my way. I'm trying to adapt how I do it so that I can meet them where they are. And that's the only way I would do business.
Very good. Anybody else? Dale?
Yeah, I want to echo what Bill just said, because I just had an experience last year. I talked about being flexible in the delivery of whatever it is that you're providing. And I used an example at the table here that last year I was working with a young man in a family business to teach him how to become a chief financial officer for his family business. And the first 7 meetings that we had on that, none of them involved finance. His biggest issue was communication. He was trying to force his ideas on people. We spent 7 sessions teaching him how to ask questions and engage people and lead them to conclusion before we ever got into the finance things. And I think that flexibility helps develop the bond you were talking about,
Yeah.
and also produces a much better result.
Okay. Karen, one more, last question.
I'm going to do Tiffany's because I thought Tiffany's was great. As a branding company, she actually gives them, instead of sending her Lone Orange products, she has something that's their logo and gives that to them, which is, I love it. I love
Very
that
good.
idea.
All right, one more, Jim?
So I won't take full credit for this, but a lot of you in here know Mark Warren.
Yes.
I'd taken something that Mark Warren taught me a long time ago. He does handwritten notes. So when I meet with a client, I try to deep dive and learn about them and not so much about the transaction. And then I follow up with them if they like fishing and I read a good article or see a video or something about fishing, I write that. And I can't tell you how many times I've had them say, hey, your competitor was in the door, but they don't know I like fishing, so I'm sticking with you.
Very good. Just on a side note to let you know how I'm doing, I had a birthday party a little while ago. I had 60 people that showed up. 40 of them were clients. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.